Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also, I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the whole elect preaching His word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah and Great Millstone, Arizona Camp Worldwide with another video to edify. I wanted to get in on this article. This is the talk that's going on right now is reminiscent of prophecy and gestures that are going to lead to the destruction of Esau, his power structure, and towards the ultimate goal, which is World War III. The Lord coming back. Now, this article says Biden comments on Russia's red lines. It says U.S. President Joe Biden has vowed to hold a lengthy talk with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on the issues of Ukraine, whilst insisting he will accept no red lines from Moscow. It says we've been aware of Russia's actions concerning Ukraine for a long time, and my expectation is where we're going to have a long discussion with Putin, Biden said on Friday night as he left for a trip to Camp David. I don't accept anybody's red lines, the president added in an apparent reference to the red lines Moscow had outlined earlier this week, as several Western politicians, Republicans, suggested that the military showdown in Ukraine is imminent. On Thursday, the country's foreign minister claimed that the military bloc had assured Russia it would not move an inch further east at the end of the Cold War, despite that pledge. NATO has continued to grow since, encompassing new member states ever closer to Russia's border, with Ukraine repeatedly expressing interest in joining up in recent years. And this is all indicative of prophecy, because when you go to scriptures, right, in Daniel 7 and 20, it says, and of the 10, I'll start at the 19th verse. It says, then what I know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, and what it was, what beast, when you go into the breakdown for this is talking about different rulerships, right? So the fourth beast that was diverse from all the others is talking about the Roman Empire, right? You had the publicans and the patricians, right? They voted presidents in, right? This is why it was so diverse from all the others, because when you go into the book of Maccabees, it tells you these all did vote a president in year by year. They had a Senate House. This is why it was different, because before that, all nations had a monarchy system where an entire bloodline would just rule continuously, right? But the Edomites came in. They had their Senate. They voted in presidents to rule, and they agreed to follow that rulerships. And I think, like, in that figurehead's order, right? It says, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron and his nails of brass. Now, when you go into the teeth of iron, it's talking about, that strength, the military strength. Now, the Roman Empire had iron weapons, man. They had superior weaponry, just like America, right? America is the revival of that Roman Empire, right? That's why you have things like the Treaty of Rome. That's why you have the Roman architecture. This is why through America, all nations in the world brought back and is under that democracy system, right? It says which devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with his feet. It says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. It says, even of that horn that had eyes, and I looked. It says, in a mouth that spake great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. And that's exactly what America is, man. It has a look more stout than anybody else in its member states, right? Any other country. And what is this going to do is because this shit is deceiving this devil, right? Let me get this. This is Jeremiah 49 and 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride in thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Because this devil Biden is running on the assumption that we in the early years of America, no, we're on the back end of this place. America's through. It's out the door. Nobody cares about what they have to say. The country's infrastructure is dwindling. You know, the sins of this place are being seen by all the nations. Nobody's looking at America as a hub for any type of greatness anymore, right? They understand that right now they still have the greatest wealth in the world. Basically, they right now have the quote unquote the best economy, but they still see that this place is just through, right? It says thy terribleness hath deceived thee, right? The pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saying Yahweh. Right? So the Lord, this devil's terribleness has fully deceived him because he thinks that he's going to be able to walk over there and just encroach on the bear, which goes into prophecy because the scriptures tell you he had the feet of a bear, meaning the end of this devil's rulership is going to start with Russia, right? So says verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation, and everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. You see, Edom, America is going to be a desolation, but this devil really thinks that he's going to be in a good spot to be able to sit here and go and sit behind his greatest enemy, sit in front of his greatest threat in the flesh right now, right? Which is the other Edomites, the Russians, and be able to call some shots. It's not going to work out. We're not in that time anymore. Let me get this. It says, I forgot how to spell it. I just got to type in part of the word. Where's that at? Is it B-R-E? I think it's B-R-E. Yeah, I think it's B-R-E. Yeah, here it is. This is Jeremiah 51. And I started one. It says, thus say Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me and destroy wind. Which is what going into the nuclear fire, man. The beast of destruction, a fire not blown, right? It says, it will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her with fire So okay, it says verse 2, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. Against him that lifted him, against him that lifted himself up in his brigading. Spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. And who was the one that lifted himself up in his brigadine, which basically goes to the military might? Esau Edom. The reason why this devil Biden is so bold and speaking like this on a national, on a not national but a global scale is because he believes his military is up to par. And these nations know this devil's military is not up to par. Now, when you go to Ezekiel, I believe it's the 38. Let me get this. Yeah, Ezekiel 38. Right? Let me pull up a biblical map. Repeat this biblical map where it says Iran over there in the green towards the right, towards the bottom. That's Persia, right? Iraq would be kind of part of it a little bit, right? You got Syria right there. You got Israel, right? You got Turkey, which is Togomar. And then you got Magog, right? Now remember this Magog, right? Ezekiel 38 and 2 says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, right? Let's see that again, right? Said the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, right? Which is really just original map. It says the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal and prophesy against him and say, Thus say Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And that's what's happening. You inching closer to their borders, breaking the treaties. This is causing Russia to sit here and take note of you, telling you that he's ready for whatever pops up. Right? It says, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shield, all of them handling sword. Right? So you're waking that bear up. Right? It says Persia and Ethiopia, Libya, with them all of them, with shield and helmet. And these are all nations that already have pacts, trading agreements, right? All with Russia already. This stuff is already set in place. Right? It says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the North Quarters going into Turkey. These are all places that have been buying them S-400 missiles, being gifted S-400 missiles, trade deals. This is what's happening, right? And all his bands and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. It says, thou and all thy company with that are assembled unto thee, and be thou guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have always been waste, but is brought forth out of the nations. And it says, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. You see? Now these devils are at each other's throat, and this kingdom is about to be gone. Right? These are things you got to keep your eyes on, because this is part of World War III. Right? Let me get that feet of a bear. I think that's in Revelation. Yeah, Revelation 13:2. It's in the beast that was, and the beast which I saw was like unto the leopard. Going into the Roman Empire, talking about Alexander the Great, right? He used to wear a leopard bust, basically uh, a stuffed leopard's head, right? It says, and his feet were as the feet of a bear going into Russia. And the feet are the end of a thing, just like when you go to the statue in Daniel's, right? The feet was the end of that thing. and his mouth was the mouth of a lion. It says, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Right? So, what was the dragon? Is that NATO and the EU? Is that it was all those vassal states that gave them the power. That said, you know what, we'll be down with you. You give us these trade deals. You know, you be on our side if anybody messes with us. All these nations have given this devil their power and a great seat and authority. Because who rules NATO? America, right? The brand new Babylon, the new Rome, right? The revived Rome, right? But at the end of the day, this is look at this. I know this precept. That's not the one. Yeah, Revelation 11 and 14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And this is what is getting ready to come to. It's the third war's woe, the third world's war. You know, tensions are building up. The Lord is on his way. And the Lord said, I come to set fire. What will life had already be kindled? So the Lord is getting ready to prepare that fire that would already be kindled and is coming. You know, so Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Shemel Shai, by Shimmer Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy, hopefully, Shalom.